What if I told you Kendrick Lamar's next tour isn't just about music? It's about power, identity, revenge, and the two mysterious designers he just hired. They're not just names on a mood board. They're insiders with beef, a dark history, and a plan to destroy the fashion machine from within. Yes, Kendrick just replaced his longtime stylist without warning. No press release, no polite farewell. Just erased and in their place. Two rising designers with radical visions, one known for dressing underground activists, the other banned from 3 major fashion weeks for anti-corporate sabotage. Sources say the new wardrobe includes protest-coded outfits, coded embroidery with hidden political links, and a final performance fit that's being called the funeral of the old Kendrick. But the wildest part? This entire design shift might be a direct shot at Drake's luxury collabs, and when the industry saw the first leaked sketches, they panicked. Because Kendrick isn't just changing clothes, it's changing the entire game. For years, Kendrick Lamar has been praised as a lyrical genius, but behind the scenes, he's been fighting a quiet war against the very industry that once dressed him. Back in 2017, when Kendrick was at the peak of DAMN, success, stylists, and designers were practically lining up to work with him. Everyone from Givenchy to Balenciaga tried to claim him as their artist. But Kendrick wasn't buying the hype. He hated how hip-hop was being used as a billboard, how every artist was suddenly expected to be a walking ad for designer brands that never cared about the culture. In a rare interview, he once said, "I ain't here to be someone's mannequin. I'm here to be a mirror, a message, a storm." And that line was the beginning of something big. The old team gets dropped OVAR, HHT, fast forward to this year, the Grand National Tour is announced. But instead of calling back his longtime stylist rumored to be behind his iconic Pulitzer performance fits, Kendrick goes ghost. No replies, no meetings, just silence. Then, one leaked text message hit the web. He told her the look was dead. He said, "That's not me anymore." Days later, Kendrick unfollows his entire style team on IG. Fans immediately noticed. Twitter/X went crazy. Wait, did Kendrick just dump his whole fashion crew? He's going solo, or something big's coming? Is he finally about to address that fake luxury wave and rap? But what came next? No one saw coming. Enter rivals with a Mrs. Iowan insider sources confirmed that Kendrick hired not one, but WO underground fashion rebels for his Grand National Tour. Lazaro Quinones, a radical Chicano designer from East LA. Known for fusing protest gear with Aztec spiritual symbolism, his motto, "Every thread is a threat." He's been banned from NYFW 3 times for staging subversive runway stunts, including models bleeding fake oil and marching with PE artists. Not execs signs. India Sorrell, a gender-fluid textile disruptor from Chicago, who once got blacklisted by a major label for embedding anti-capitalist quotes into custom artist outfits. Their work is legendary in underground circles. But until now, no mainstream artist has dared to work with them until Kendrick. Why now? Some insiders claim Kendrick has been plotting this for over 3 years, ever since his infamous Crown of Thorns performance at Glastonbury. He's been slowly breaking away from the traditional fashion system. You'll remember, that outfit was designed by himself. Bloodstained thorns were handcrafted and the mic stand was carved with the phrase, "No more chains." Now, with Lazaro and India on board, Kendrick plans to take things further. This isn't just a look. This is a funeral for fashion as we know it. Their upcoming designs will reportedly feature digitally woven lyrics, readable by AI lens and washable stains meant to represent trauma-layered armor vests that unzip into poetry on that's just for the first leg of the tour. Shots fired at the Ion DUSTRY fans are already speculating that this move is a direct jab at Drake, who's partnered with Nike, Chrome Hearts, and even Louis Vuitton in the past year. One viral tweet laid it out. Drake collabs with the colonizers. Kendrick hires the revolutionaries. Game on. And then there's the deeper beef. Back in 2021, Kendrick reportedly walked out of a high-level fashion house meeting after execs asked him to tone down the Black Panther imagery. In his tour gear, a source said they wanted him in sleek, high-end stuff. He wanted blood, chains, resistance. They said it was too aggressive. He said, "Good. That's the point." That meeting never recovered. Neither did the relationship now. He's taking control, and the message is clear. The runway ain't the revolution. The stage is, and Kendrick's first show is just days away. But insiders say one of the outfits is so controversial it might get the whole venue shut down, because what Kendrick's about to wear isn't fashion. It's a weapon. The leaked outfit that broke fashion TWITTRIT started with a single photo, posted at 2:03 a.m. by an anonymous stylist assistant, then deleted 7 minutes later. But by then, it had already gone viral. The image showed a mannequin dressed in barbed-wired boots, a white linen tunic scorched at the seams, and a black trench coat that looked like it had bullet holes embroidered into it. Across the chest, a glowing stitched phrase in blood-red thread, "OFF white never fit me." Boom. That's all it took. Fans instantly knew this was a shot at Virgil, a BLO, and not just a reference. A coded diss the dissection BGI-ness within minutes. Threads appeared. Across X Twitter, Kendrick is taking aim at how off-white became a luxury trap. Virgil helped push black fashion into the mainstream, but at what cost? Others were less subtle. He's saying off-white was performative. It looked black, but served white wallets. This is the Kendrick we feared and needed. Dangerous. He said what nitrogen monoxide other rapper dared to say out loud. But some fans were furious. You don't go after a legend like Virgil. This is disrespect. That man's not here to defend himself. The internet fractured. Comment wars, duets, fan art, cancellations, and in the middle of it all, Kendrick stayed silent, letting the outfit speak for itself. Celebrity stylist speaks out. Kendrick just went too far, just when things couldn't get hotter. A-list stylist Jordan Mercier, known for working with Rihanna, and Cardi B, went live on IG in full meltdown mode. Her rant: unfiltered, unscripted, explosive. Look, I love Kendrick's music. We all do. But this ain't a statement. It's a middle finger to every black creative that made it into fashion without selling out. She wiped tears. I worked with Virgil. That man put his soul into everything. And now Kendrick's using his name as a prop. Nah, we not staying silent on this. That rant hit 3.2 million views in under 12 hours. It made headlines. Kendrick's tour gear sparks outrage from fashion royalty. Did he just cancel Virgil's legacy? Revolution or rebellion gone too far? The culture was split, and Kendrick still no response. Insider exposes private tour fit. Ununderstand came the next bombshell. A tour crew member leaked the internal style sheet for Kendrick's first 5 outfits. Each look had a name, and each one was designed to provoke. Inheritance is theft. An all-black armored look made of faux leather scraps and melted. Credit cards, gentrified spirit. Denim stitched with eviction notices from Compton in the 90s. Ghost of Virgil, the off-white reference. That coat. We can't be associated with violent class warfare disguised as fashion. Another, he's dragging us into a politicized narrative. Pull all collaborations immediately. A third, if the off-white shot goes mainstream, we'll lose our persift. We'll lose our influencer base overnight. They were terrified. Because Kendrick wasn't just dissing a brand. He was dismantling the illusion that luxury fashion and black art could coexist without compromise. Twist. The CO designers turn on each other. Now here's where it gets really messy. Insider DMs from Lazaro and India leaked, showing the two new designers fighting internally. In one message, Lazaro writes, "She's trying to soften the edges. This ain't a fashion show. It's a funeral." India fires back. "You're making Kendrick look like a dictator. We're designing for the people, not your personal rage." Another leak shows India threatening to walk if Ghost of Virgil hits the runway. "I'm not getting blacklisted again over some petty ego trip." Suddenly, the Kendrick fashion team looked like it was cracking from the inside, and fans started wondering, is Kendrick orchestrating the chaos? Or is his revolution already spiraling out of control? Cliffhanger. The final dressing room audio, Lokazen, came the voice recording, allegedly from the night of the first tour dress. Rehearsal, posted anonymously, deleted instantly. But millions heard it. Kendrick's voice, low, calm, but cold. If they're scared of a coat with words, imagine what I say next. Let them burn their contracts. I don't dress for them. I dress for what comes after them. Silence. Then a door slam. To be continued. Riot at the rehearsal. The coat caused chaos. It was supposed to be a private dress rehearsal. Only crew, close friends, and venue security were allowed inside the Kia Forum. But one look at Kendrick's newest fit, and all hell broke. Loose eyewitnesses describe the moment as spiritual warfare disguised as a fashion show. Kendrick walked out in a long white cloak, bleach-washed denim underneath. A massive back panel that read, "Your brands lynched us. Now watch. US own your runway." The audience froze. Then someone screamed. Security guards began shouting into radios, and one crew member tried to pull Kendrick off the stage. Multiple people confirmed that. A high-level exec from a fashion sponsor threw their headset and stormed out. They said, "He's out of control. This is inciting violence." But Kendrick didn't flinch. He just stood there. Arms raised, silence stretching. Then the cloak fell. Underneath, a red mesh undershirt revealing a tattooed message, "Every check you signed cost us a name." Fans watching from the catwalk gasped. Crew members quit on the spot. The rehearsal was shut down. The leak that exposed it all, the racism file, hours later. Things exploded even further when a mysterious file folder surfaced online. Title, "Luxury Silence Inside." Screenshots of emails from a major high-end brand that once dressed Kendrick. Let's just say it rhymes with Louis Vuitton. The emails were from 2020. During the BLM protests, they included phrases like, "We must preserve elegance." No overt political alignment. Avoid dressing artists that promote protest aesthetics. Kendrick's look is polarizing. He doesn't match our post-pandemic vision. BOOM. The internet went nuclear. Fashion influencers started dropping brand partnerships live on IG. Rappers deleted posts in Off-White, Gucci, Prada. One viral TikTok stitched the entire leak and ended with, "Kendrick tried to warn us. Y'all just loved the look, but ignored the message." Designer vanishes before SHOWTIM, but just when everyone thought it couldn't get any weirder. One of Kendrick's two designers disappeared. Literally, INDYA, Sorel, the gender fluid textile activist, missed two fittings, went off the grid, and ghosted the team just 48 hours before the opening show in Atlanta. Lazaro posted a cryptic story. "Real ones don't run when the fire starts. They stay, they burn with it." Fans instantly started digging. Reddit users uncovered that India had just received a $1.5 million Buyout offer from a European fashion house to abandon the Kendrick project. Another user leaked a DM allegedly from India's assistant. They got scared. Said they didn't sign up to be part of a fashion revolution. Said Kendrick was getting too radical. Now fans were asking, did someone pay her off to walk away? Did she betray Kendrick's vision? For a label check, Lazaro fanned the flames, tweeting, "A deal with the devil always comes with stitching." She wore the look, but didn't believe in the fire. Industry pushback goes POB lysogist when the backlash couldn't be hotter. The CFDA Council of Fashion Designers of America released a public statement. In it they said, while we respect Kendrick Lamar as an artist, fashion should not be used as a weapon. We urge caution against language and design that incites division. That line, fashion should not be used as a weapon, sets social media on fire. One fan clapped back with, "So it's fine when you profit off war themes and trauma looks. But when Kendrick uses fashion to actually say something, suddenly it's too much." Another tweeted, "Y'all let the wear. White lives matter. But this is where you draw the line. You're scared, say that, and Kendrick." He responded with a single story post. A photo of his tattooed chest, zoomed in on the inked words, "If threads ain't sharp, they're useless." No caption. No tag, just smoke. Cliffhanger, the coat is cursed. And then, a chilling rumor started spreading online. A backstage stylist posted anonymously on Reddit, claiming that every time someone touches Kendrick's final showpiece, they either quit or collapse. One dude fainted, another got fired. Lazaro called it the resurrection coat. He said it's not just clothing. It's karma stitched into fabric. That claim quickly spiraled into Kendrick's coat is cursed. The resurrection coat is going to end someone's career. The coat's final look will destroy Fashion Week forever. TikTokers started duetting the rumor with horror edits. IG stylists claimed they were being warned not to attend the show. One even said, "I was invited, but I was told by someone close to the brand, if you go, you're done in this industry." And guess what? Kendrick reposted that clip, captioned it with, "Good. Then we're just getting started. To be continued." Social media splits. We've never seen anything like this. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Threads. Kendrick's name hasn't left the trending page for 5 straight days, and the reactions absolutely nuclear. One thread went mega viral. "This ain't a tour. This ain't an album promo. Kendrick is launching a fashion revolution with 2 needles and no filter. He's dressing like Black trauma had a baby with poetry. And the industry is scared." Another user broke it down like this: Lazaro's using blood memory in design. India vanished right when money hit. Off-White just got reburied by the man who refused to wear it. The resurrection coat might be the most dangerous outfit in music history. One reposted a Kendrick fan video with this caption: "If Kanye used fashion to provoke, Kendrick's using it to dismantle." Celebrities picked sides and then the stars started talking. SCA posted a cryptic pic in one of Lazaro's designs with the caption, "Let it burn." Headlines get even messier. The media, they didn't hold back. Rolling Stone, is Kendrick Lamar risking his career for fashion? Vogue, when does expression become exploitation? TMZ, Kendrick's coat, genius or just reckless? Fashion blogs and YouTube breakdown channels were on fire. One blogger with over 2 million subs posted, "This isn't about the clothes. This is about who controls the image of Black success." And Kendrick just smashed the mirror. And fans, they were eating it up. Fan theories go wild talk, as expected. Went into full sleuth mode. One theory said, the resurrection coat is stitched with DNA swabs from families affected by police brutality. That's why. It's cursed. It carries real pain. Another creator claimed, each thread in Kendrick's final look spells a poem when scanned under blacklight. It's supposed to reveal a secret verse to an unreleased track. A third video, 1 for M views in 24 hours predicted. The final performance outfit will contain a self-burning component. He's going to let the resurrection coat ignite on stage. That's why no one's allowed to touch it. Even if most of it was conspiracy, it was working. The hype? Unreal industry in full damage CIO&Ts. Oh my now. Brands weren't just watching. They were reacting fast. Multiple fashion execs issued private memos warning partners not to engage with Kendrick's team. One leaked email said, Clients cannot afford to be seen endorsing radical anti-brand messaging. Pull inventory. Cancel promotional events. Another designer, who once dressed Kendrick in 2016, told a reporter, they don't want you near him right now. He's radioactive, but also, he's finally free. And somewhere in the shadows, Kendrick was still silent. But that silence was starting to sound like an earthquake. The final preview, he's ready to detonate. One final leak hit right before showtime. A TikTok account claiming to be a lighting tech on tour posted a blurry backstage video in it. You can hear Kendrick saying, "This coat? This isn't just for them. This is for everyone who ever got told what not to wear, who not to be, what not to say. This is the look I leave behind. If I don't come back from this." The video ends with Kendrick walking past the camera. You can hear a crew member whisper, "If he wears that, the show might get shut down." For real, to be continued. Live from Atlanta, the coat that set the stage on fire, the lights dropped. The stadium blacked out. Not a single screen flickered. Fans screamed. Then silence, and then single spotlight lit the center of the stage. Kendrick stood completely still in the resurrection coat. From afar, it looked almost holy, a full-length cloak, glowing faint red, stitched with thousands of tiny markings. But as the camera zoomed in, every marking was a name. The names of real Black victims of industry neglect, cultural theft, and systemic silencing. Names the world forgot. Kendrick hadn't. Then came the twist no one expected. As the music kicked in, instead of rapping, Kendrick lifted his arms and ripped open the coat. Underneath, transparent chest plate filled with burning, shredded contract pages, legal documents, NDAs, brand deals, magazine offers, all burning inside a protective shell. The crowd lost it, screaming, crying, phones shaking in hands, and on the jumbotron above. The camera zoomed in to one burning page. Virgil, a BLOH, final press. Past contract canceled for being too emotionally political. Lazaro snaps confronts exec on CIMs or backstage. Another moment was happening off-script. Lazaro, Kendrick's radical designer, cornered a top exec from a fashion house that had tried to ban the resurrection coat. A leaked live stream caught it all. "You told him to tone it down," Lazaro snarled. "You told me to make it marketable. But you didn't care when artists were dying poor, right?" The exec tried to walk off. Lazaro blocked him. "This coat is the truth you tried to stitch over with logos and magazine covers. And now the whole world sees you naked." Security rushed in the live stream cut, but the clip already had 24 million views. The legal doc that changed EVRY to Chainji, then came the final leak. A redacted legal document tied to Kendrick's independent label surfaced hours after the show. One line stood out, a line that had lawyers, journalists, and industry heads panicking. PHASE2 begins when the coat burns. No one knew what that meant, but speculation exploded. Is Kendrick launching a new fashion label? Is this the start of a protest tour with other artists? Is he going to release a documentary revealing the fashion industry's darkest secrets? The coat hadn't literally burned yet, but fans believed it was coming because Kendrick left the stage in silence. No thank yous, no encore. Just a flash of fire projected onto the Jumbotron. And 3 final words. See you burning, cliffhanger ending. What's coming? Morning: Resurrection coat was trending worldwide. 12 fashion partnerships had dropped Kendrick 3 major. Publications ran conflicting op-eds on whether this was art or threat, but the biggest twist. A countdown timer appeared on Kendrick's official site. It simply read, Phase. 6 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes. No explanation, no clues. Just a coat, a name, and a deadline. Now fans are bracing for Phase 2. No one knows what Kendrick's about to do, but one thing is certain. He just declared war, and his next move could destroy everything we thought we knew about the music and fashion industry. And now, you have to ask yourself, ... Did Kendrick Lamar just redefine what it means to be an artist? Or did he go too far? Is the resurrection coat a symbol of freedom? Or a weapon that's already started a war the industry isn't ready for? We're talking leaked contracts, designers going missing, and a live show so intense it made celebrities flee the building. And now, a mysterious Phase 2 countdown has begun. Yo, what happens when the coat finally burns? 'Cause Kendrick said, see you burning? But who exactly was he talking to? Was it the brands? Was it the fans? Or is Phase 2 about to consume everyone? We need your voice right now in the comments. Do you think Kendrick went too far with the Virgil Abloh diss? Should fashion even allow this level of social protest? And what do you think Phase 2 really is? Drop your wildest theory below, and if it's good enough, we might feature it in the next breakdown. Smash that like if you think Kendrick's coat just ended a whole chapter in hip-hop. Hit subscribe if you're ready to follow this war until the final thread unravels, and trust us, the next episode in this saga is even crazier. Because a certain superstar rapper just issued a warning shot at Kendrick, and it's someone no one expected. See you in the next video. If fashion survives that long,